Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you're here. Today is going to be a very different video for us. Usually on this channel, we focus on barefoot shoe and outdoor gear reviews. I, as a personal trainer, think a lot about functional movement patterns and building muscle, and those principles eventually led me to barefoot shoes because I tried applying those principles to my feet. So inevitably, I ended up in more functional footwear that led to my feet becoming more muscular and more functional overall. Something I haven't been great about, though, when it comes to my foot health is my foot hygiene. And I don't mean how my feet smell or keeping them clean. Obviously, I do that, but my feet are very dry, calloused, and cracked. That causes me a lot of pain. I've tried to keep up with it on my own with pumice stones and moisturizers, but nothing's ever seemed to work. So I always thought that maybe that's just something I have to live with until I met Maria at the Barefoot Expo. You'll see her in a minute when I get into our video with her, but we had a bunch of fun conversations with people at the expo who were just walking up to us and talking to us about watching our channel and enjoying our reviews. Maria was one of those, but then she got into talking about her business, and I'm glad she did. She owns a shoe store down in Scottsdale, Arizona, that is a brick and mortar barefoot shoe store on one side, something you don't see very often, a place where you can try on barefoot shoes before you buy them. On the other side of the store is what's really special, in my opinion, and that is Ethereal Medi-Pedi. So they have medical pedicures that they do there to help you keep up with your foot hygiene. Then you go over to the shoe store, Born to Splay, and you get the proper pair of shoes for your feet, which also helps you to keep up with that foot hygiene. She's telling me about all this and blowing my mind, and then she offers right then and there at the convention to give me a medical pedicure, at least what I would call a limited service medical pedicure. If we were down in Scottsdale with all of her tools and stuff, it would have been way more in depth, but what she did for my foot was amazing. We went out on the terrace at the Colorado Convention Center for her to do that, and that's what you're about to see. Before we get into that, I want to mention something that you're going to hear from Maria herself. I just want to emphasize it here before she says it in the video, but this is an idea that totally made sense to me. And it's the idea that to keep up with your tooth health, the health of your mouth, you go to the dentist every 6 months and you have a cleaning and a checkup. And then in between those appointments, you brush and you floss and you take care of your teeth on your own. Your feet should be the same way. So theoretically, you should be having a checkup and a pedicure every 6 months. And in between those checkups, you should be doing your own upkeep with your feet. Now, like I said before, I don't feel like I had the education, the tools, or the procedures to follow in order to keep up with my feet. Maria gave those to me. She got me the education, she got me the tools, and she got me the procedures to follow. If this is something you're struggling with as well, make sure to go down to the link down in the description. It'll help you learn more about Ethereal Medi-Pedi Born to Splay and the products and procedures that they use. Part of this video is going to be a little bit of a before and after video that I'm going to do later, where I have taken pictures and videos of my feet before I started these self-care procedures at home. And later down the line, I'm going to do a video on how my foot hygiene is doing based on the tools and procedures that were prescribed to me by Maria. But without any further ado, let's get into the video with Maria. All right, folks, welcome back to the Barefoot Expo 2025 by Anya's Reviews. We are sitting here with a new acquaintance and already a good friend. This is Maria.
Yes.
Maria is here kind of representing her store that's down in Scottsdale, Arizona, called Born to Splay.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
And it is an idea that I fell in love with as soon as she told me about it, where on one side of the business, you're selling barefoot shoes.
Correct.
And the other side of the business is you're focusing on helping people regain foot health from like a cleaning and like medical pedicure standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and just in your own words kind of.
Okay, so my name is Maria. My sister and I own Ethereal Medi-Pedi and Hand Care and Born to Splay. We started it because after 10 years of doing feet, I noticed the same problem, whether you're man or woman, doesn't matter what race. The calluses on the toes, the calluses on the heels, and ingrown or we call them involuted toes. So when your toenails curve into the side of your toes. So I noticed the same problem even after we fixed it. So doing some deep research, the answer was shoes. Everybody was wearing the same shoe, whether they're Asian, Mexican, American, it didn't matter. So once we slowly changed the shoes of these people, then the issues went away. Literally, the issues went away. Like really little less calluses on their toes, less callousing and drying on their heels, and also the ingrown or involuted toenail issues would go away. But then we also noticed that we need to help people continue to keep that foot health going, right? So we taught them how to moisturize their heels, teaching them how to do file their heels at home. So we helping to maintain or do home care, which is really important. It's like going to the dentist and doing that cleaning and only doing that ever, you would really not have any teeth left.
Gotcha.
Right? So doing home care is very, very important to us. But then when we brought in the shoes, it's like the world is perfect at this point. So it's pretty much total foot care. That's what we focus on. All things foot care all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. So what Maria has agreed to do is she's going to take a look at my feet.
Yes.
And I don't think my feet are the worst feet you've ever seen before, that's for sure. But I do a lot of running. I have a lot of callus buildup. As you were talking there, I think I've got some of that curvature of the toenail as well. So she's going to kind of diagnose what's going on with my feet. She is going to clean up my feet a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And then hopefully give me some tips as well on what I can do as far as home care goes in order to give you an example, like the only thing I ever do is I try to keep up with a pumice stone on areas of my feet where I know they crack often.
Okay, that's good.
And that tries to keep things down, but I'd love to hear more things that I can do as far as, you know, I've tried moisturizing and all these. I wear socks a lot because otherwise my feet crack. But we'll talk about some of that stuff after we take a look at my feet.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
At Ethereal Medi-Pedi and Hand Care, we do dry pedicures. The reason we do it dry is because when your skin is dry, it tells us a better story of your feet. So just to make a quick correction, we do not diagnose since I'm not a medical professional.
Right.
But what I can do is advise and suggest what you can do to continue to take care of your feet at home. And if it's something that I don't have a clue on, I will definitely advise you go see a medical professional.
Gotcha.
A dermatologist or a podiatrist. And we work with them too. So,
perfect.
Yeah. So first I'm going to spray your foot with the Podo Expert foot and shoe spray. It's a foot refreshener. There you go. We give it a little bit of time to air out. You can put your foot right here on my knee. I promise. It's okay.
Okay.
Right, and I'm going to now wipe your foot. So this is pretty much what we do in service with our clients. I will quickly take a picture of their foot, which you did earlier. Whoops. Can I give this to you? Oh, this is a runner's toe. So this tells me, as I'm looking at this, it tells me that whatever shoe you're wearing is causing constant trauma to your toes.
Oh, am I slamming into the front of the shoe? Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So whatever shoe you're wearing, you know you also want to have that thumb space because your foot squishes up every time you take a step.
Well, so here's something where, you know, you could talk about like barefoot shoes specifically. Sometimes if you don't get exactly the right one for your foot can slide forward because of the extra toe box space. So it's just about getting the sizing right, probably.
Right. So if you do have the extra toe box space, wear thicker socks to pad between the space and your toe.
Okay.
So if you were to come to me in Arizona, I would debride your toe. That means I would help to reduce the thickness of it, right? And it also would give you something called toenail tincture. It would help to kill anything that might be microscopically going on that we can't see.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
And if it's a lot worse, obviously you want to see a podiatrist.
Right.
So I would definitely also file your skin here with a diamond toenail file. A bit.
Okay.
Helps to reduce the thickness and the dryness
okay.
on here. So now when it comes to your heels, you say you use a pumice stone.
Yes.
One thing I can say about pumice stone or anything you use on your feet, if you can't disinfect it or clean it, you just leave it in the shower in a moist, warm, and dark environment, and you putting it back on your heels. So whatever is growing on that item,
that's what I'm doing.
So because of that, that's why we use the angel foot file.
Okay.
This thing is made out of medical grade steel. Literally take one sheet of a steel and cut around it so it doesn't have any sharp edges.
Gotcha.
I'm going to use the extra coarse on you first, and then I'm going to switch to the coarse and smooth.
Sounds good.
So I'm literally just going to file your heels. You can go in any direction with this. And if you use this, I would say 2 to 3 times a week, and use the next product I'm going to talk about, which is our foot foam, you will find out that you have way less cracks, way less dryness, and way less skin problems.
Which would be awesome because, as I mentioned before, I pretty much live my life in socks because if I'm not wearing socks and I'm just walking around purely barefoot, my feet tend to crack way more and way more aggressively. It becomes painful and uncomfortable, and so I tend to just keep socks on. So if there's a solution that will lead to me being able to be more purely barefoot, that's definitely like a path that I want to pursue.
So the solution is home care. Just like I mentioned before, if you go to the dentist and you only do that every time once a year, you have no teeth. The solution is one, you're going to use home care, which is this foot file that does not grow anything. It can't because it's a medical grade stainless steel. And then secondly, you want to use a foot foam, and the foot foam is going to go into the third and fourth layers of your skin and start healing and moisturizing from inside out.
Awesome.
And it helps to bind the layers of your skin together. Pretty
cool.
awesome. Can I get the phone, please? Yes. So this one, if I had my tools, I can actually help remove it.
Gotcha.
But I don't have the tools. Okay. This is the Poda Expert Foot Foam. It actually says for dry to crack skin.
There we go. Hey.
Hey, yeah. Actually, real quick before I do that, you want to scoot up a little bit more? There you go. Perfect. Even here, and pull your skin back. See how it's kind of coming off? Yeah,
that does way better than my pumice stone does.
Yeah, and this is just literally taking off the dead skin. It's not going after the new skin. New healthy skin, it's not going to go after. See how it's just coming off?
Yeah.
Pretty much anywhere I use it on, the skin just comes right off. And then when we're done, you'll feel the difference between this side of your foot versus the other side.
Yeah.
So the best type of pedicure to get are dry pedicures, because a lot of times when you soak your feet in water, sometimes depending on where you go, there are already some visitors in the water waiting to meet you, and they get attached to your skin. With this foot file, we can literally go in any direction. It does not hurt at all, right?
No, not at all.
Pain?
No.
All right.
But I can see how much it's taken off.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So the foam, you just need a walnut size per foot, and literally comes out like a foam. I'm gonna put some in your hand so you can use it as a moisturizer. Okay, just rub it, and it goes away. So you take the ball, you just put it on the foot, and it just goes right in. It's not greasy, doesn't really have a scent.
No.
Unless you're extra sensitive. Some people are extra sensitive to scents, but...
No, it doesn't smell like anything to me.
Yeah.
The one that's on my hands.
That's it. So go ahead and feel your feet.
Oh, that is so much better. Because like I said, I try to self-treat, obviously in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been educated on it yet. And like what you just did in 5 minutes?
Right.
is more than I've been able to do in several months trying to keep up with it. So that is absolutely insane.
And then once you go into barefoot shoes, because your toes get to splay, you have the callousing is less, the dryness is less, because your feet isn't rubbing all the time. Right. So that's how we kind of combine the both.
Perfect.
One thing we believe in is we don't believe in profanity and we don't believe in toe-fanity. I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people come in, oh, my feet are ugly, they're so bad, this is gross. I said, I'm a foot care advocate, right? I love helping people with their feet. Just like if you wouldn't let somebody talk crap about your friend, I'm not going to let you talk crap about my friend the foot.
Right.
So no toe-fanity. If you came home and you filed it, you moisturized it, you stretched it out, you did some foot exercising, it will be prettier than your face. But instead, you brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you massage your face, and then you stuff your foot
Don't do
in
anything
the
with
shoe,
the foot.
and you just abuse it, and then you talking bad about it. That's a bad relationship. So no toe-fanity.
Positivity for the feet.
Positivity for the feet at all times.
I love it.
It'll get you far.
All right, so I just have to say, my foot feels better than it's felt in years. There's a callus that's on my toe that I've just been dealing with forever, and I thought that it was just part of my life, and now it's gone. So I'm gonna try to keep up with this now as well, and then hopefully at some point head down to your guys' shop in Scottsdale and have like a proper one done.
Yes.
And you can see and you can comment and tell me how I've done as far as keeping up with my foot health on my own. No promises that it's gonna be great, but I will do my best. But I want you to let everybody know where can they come and find more information about you guys.
Oh, great. So you can come to Ethereal, Medi-Pedi, and Hand Care. We're located in Scottsdale, Arizona. And Born to Splay is the name of the shoe store, which is also located in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's actually under one building. And then all of the products that we use and on Chris and talked about, you can get on spaeffective.com, where we sell effective spa products so you can use at home to take care of your feet.
Awesome. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to go and check them out at all the places that she just mentioned, and stick around for more content from Barefoot Expo 2025.